Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today is going to be the last look with the Sweet Like Candy eyeshadow palette. So we're going to work on the last row here because we've worked on the other two rows, and I'm also going to give you some swatches. So yeah, let's get into it. My throat is a little bit crackly today guys, so I am sorry about that. First of all, like we've been doing all week, I'm going to go in with the white chocolate shade from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar. If I can find the actual brush. Yeah, it's just for the base. Smooth out that base. I've not done my eyebrows. Oh well. And the battery's flashing on us, so I think that's going to go in a minute. But we'll just see what we can do. It's going to be a quick, simple, easy look because we're just using 3 eyeshadows. So yeah, it's just going to be really quick and simple. I'm just wondering, oh, the brush is here. Right, so I'm just cleaning that off. Right, so what are we going to use? Toffee Apple, that's the matte shade here. So we'll just use that. It's a very deep purple. Ooh, pretty. Very pigmented. You definitely only need to go in once with this shade. Right, and I'm going to blend it out now, so I just need to find my Primark brush. It's too pigmented, that. And do you remember in yesterday's video I was saying I would really like a kind of purple highlighter? I found a BH Cosmetics face palette that I've got, and it has a purple highlighter in there, so we're going to use that today for the inner corners, I think. We'll see. There's no patchiness that I can see right off the bat. Just going to wing it out into here, into the outer V. Yeah, it's going on really well guys. The only issues I've had with this palette are the first row that I used, but that's because this shade here, Candy Floss, is a really light shade. Right, so let's go back into Toffee Apple for the other eye. Right, so back into the eye look. So again we're going to go in with Toffee Apple. Just had to change the battery. Into the outer B. That's nice. It's a nice shade of purple. I don't know what's going on with me at the minute. I never used to wear purples. I'm enjoying playing with the fun pops of colour though. Sorry, that mirror was just in your face a little bit. Got to get used to putting it down. It's a bit patchy on this side. For some reason my eyeshadow always gets patchy on that side though. I can never make it the same as on the right side, so I always have to blend it a little bit more. Wouldn't mind, but I'm late going to my mum's and doing this makeup look late because I want to put this eyeshadow look on the channel. So it'll be coming off in a few hours anyway. The foundation I've got on is the Missa BB cream. I wanted to try that out. I've only used it 1 or 2 times and I can tell that there's foundation or BB cream in there, and it just started not coming out, which is ridiculous. So then I tried twisted the cap off. You can't get the cap off. So I'm going to have to look into that, what the issue is. I was really, sorry I'm slouching. See, this blend here is really perfect. This blend is patchy, can you see it? That's slightly better. Right, that'll have to do. So what we're doing now then? No, I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use, I was going to use this. This BH Cosmetics Duo Light Highlighter 9 colour palette. And I was going to use, I'll show you the highlight, this one, Double Up. But I think I'm going to stick with a palette. Whoops. So let's go in with Candy Cane. Probably going to have to wet this shade. Doesn't look any different to the one that's all over the crease. Got to admit. Apart from its shimmery. It's more of a fuchsia purple, I would say. Right, we're just going to try and build that up. Right, and then we're going to go the same on this side, then spray the brush, and then the lighter shade called Love Hearts we're going to put in the inner corner. Right, so let me go and get my setting spray. Right, so let's see how much we can build it up. Back in with Candy Cane. I've took it all into the inner corner, and I'm just going to go, well, I don't know what I'm doing with that other shade yet. I might even put the other shade, depending on how much I like it, into kind of like the middle of the eye here. This certainly needs a blend. It looks like I've just put a clump of purple on my eye. Yeah, it certainly can be builded up a little bit more. Let's try and blend those two together. That looks a bit better. And we're going to put something on the lash line as well. I'm just going to go in though with the inner corner first of all. So it's called Love Hearts, like I said to you earlier. It looks very like pinky golden toned. Yeah, with a lavender shift. I'm gonna put it through here just a little bit, the inner corners. I don't think I'm going to put it in the middle of the eye though. I'm just going to build it up a little bit here. That probably would look good all over the eye because it is literally just like a lid topper, guys. It's quite crumbly. Really, really pretty though. This eye needs a little bit more on it now. It's very soft as well. You know, I'm tempted to just put it all over the eye because you'd still be able to see the purple underneath. I'm not going to do that though. Right, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to go in with that purple. This one here, Toffee Apple, all over the lash line. And maybe I'll put the other one down as well. Yeah, I might have to, just so it looks even. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put candy cane over the top of that as well. Eyeliner. I'm just going to tight line. That purple on the lid, it looks like it's got a bit of a duochrome shift to it. I don't know if it has or not. I guess the swatches will tell us that. Then we'll put some mascara on, just the Makeup Gallery one that I'm using. Right, let's get my brow products and my lipstick. Okay, so let's start with brows. There literally isn't a lot on this, guys. So I'm trying to finish it off this week. I don't even think I'll get to the end of the week with it, but it is being a bit stubborn about me using it up. Just pushing the hairs out first. Haven't got the best brows. I'll just fill them in. Look, see, there is literally nothing left on it. Might have to give up soon because I don't think there's a lot of colour coming off it. Right, so that'll do for that. Oops, eyeshadow palette nearly went. I'm just going to brush them out a bit. Right, and then we're going to go in with the Makeup Gallery, is it Slay the Brow? I always want to say Slay all day. Really good brow gel. Right, and then for lipstick, I just thought I would choose a nude because it's quite bold, the eye look, so I thought I would choose a really nice pretty nude from Primark. It's from their PS Pro line that they used to do. It's the Rich Colour lipstick and it's in the shade Boudoir Pink, number 3. It's just really, really pretty. So let's put that on. I actually quite like that. I think it's quite a good colour combination because it's so kind of like in your face here in the eyes and then it's kind of muted here. So all that's left to do now is show you the swatches. I know you've seen them on the eyes, but I just wanted to show you the pigment on the back of my hand as well. So we'll go with this top row. I think we used this on Saturday. The look is on the channel for this one. So this shade is Bubblegum. Can you see they're just not pigmented at all? That's off one swatch, so we'll see what 2 swatches bring us. Still not pigmented. Right, so we'll do 3 swatches per eyeshadow. I think that's more than enough. Right, so that's Bubblegum. But it's really not pigmented, is it? So I'm going to need a wipe or several wipes. Right, and then we're moving on to Candy Floss, which is even worse. It's just not pigmented at all. Really digging my fingers in as well. 1 swatch. You can't even see it. So we're doing 3 swatches, so let me do that. Still not being clear. Right, so that's that one there. Can you see it? I'm not too sure if you'll be able to. It's just next to the purple. So that shade was Candy Floss, and then we've got this kind of silver purple shade called Lollipop. This one is a lot smoother. It might be swatching better on my finger. Right, so that's 1 swatch. I think that's the best from that row that's swatching well so far. So we'll also do 3 swatches with that. So that's that one. Yeah, that's the best one out of that row, I would say. That one is Lollipop. So that's the entire 3 swatches from the first row. So that's I created a look with all those eyeshadows on Saturday. So that was look 1. Right, and then on Sunday we created a look with these ones here, and that's where it got better. This row here is what saved the palette in my opinion, because on Saturday I was feeling very blah about this top row. But obviously when you use the palette you're probably going to go in for different shades. I just wanted to go row by row and see how they kind of shone up for me, and this top row didn't. I mean, this is quite a subtle eyeshadow anyway, so I mean these two mixed with like these 2 darker purples probably would look really nice. There's variations of different colour combinations that you can make with it, but the way I used it wasn't great for me at the time. So then on Sunday we went in with this middle row like I've just said. So we'll swatch Macaroon. Macaroon is really gritty, but it's really pigmented as well compared to the others. Right, so that's 1 swatch. So with these, maybe just do 2 swatches then. Yeah, we'll just do 2. Okay, so that's 2 swatches. So can you see how different the colour pigmentation and colour payoff is compared to row 1? And then we've got Lucky, which is this silver shimmer here, which isn't as good, to be honest. I'm really having to dip my finger in and there's still no colour payoff. I'm going to do 3 swatches of that because it's really not showing up that well. So that's it there, Lucky. And then the last one is this Sweet Tooth shade here. Yeah, again, it's not that pigmented. I would say the darker purples in the palette, you get the more pigment from them. I'm going to do 3 swatches of that as well. I'm not saying they're not good eyeshadows, I'm just saying you have to, you know, work a little bit harder to get them to work for you. So that's that one there. So again, what shade was that? Sweet Tooth. So that's them. They are really nice eyeshadows, like I said. It's just you have to kind of build them up. They're not pigmented right off the bat. Well, that's not really an issue for me, because I don't always like an eyeshadow that's really pigmented right off the bat, because you can obviously go in heavy-handed and you can't take away. So yeah, that's not really too much of an issue. So that was Sunday's look, and then today's look, obviously we know what I've done today, but I'm going to do the swatches. So Love Hearts is in the inner corner, let's do that. So it's like a golden, just like a golden eyeshadow, shimmer eyeshadow, which is showing up quite well. So let's just, because we've swatched 3 times the shimmers, I'm going to do the same here. Right, so that's that one there. It really is a pretty eyeshadow. Then we've got Toffee Apple, which is this one, which is quite pigmented. So that's one swatch. Let me just do another one. Like I said, the darker shades show up a lot more, which you would expect, wouldn't you really? But yeah, that's that one. And then, let's just wipe them off. Then we've got Candy Cane, which is this one here. I don't know if this is not showing up because my hand was a little bit wet or what. But I'm going to swatch it 3 times. Right, so that one is Candy Cane. So this one is showing up a lot better than that one, but my finger was a little bit damp, so that could have been the reason behind that. They are both really, really pigmented. Right, so in this palette, you only get 3 mattes, which is on the downside, but you can make some of these shimmers work for you in the outer V as well as the lash line, sorry. They can actually work for you. You can deepen it out like I've done the last couple of days, but it might be an issue, the fact that you're getting 6 shimmers and you're only getting 3 mattes. For me, it's not so much of an issue, and you can't, for me personally, I don't think you can complain, because obviously you're only paying £5 for this eyeshadow palette, which isn't a lot. It's a really, really good eyeshadow palette, I would say. There's hits and misses, obviously, but yeah, I don't have anything like this in my collection, so until I get some purples, so until I get the Juvia's Place Violets palette, this will be staying in, and probably beyond that, to be honest, because it is such a beautiful palette. It's got really nice shades like this shade here, which is called Lollipop, and also Love Hearts. They're very unique because they're not really purples, and then you get silver here, which is called Lucky, so it's nice to have them in the palette. And it's also nice to have a whole bunch of purples in one palette rather than going to search for other purple eyeshadows in my collection, which I don't have too many of, purely for the fact that I don't wear cool tones normally, and I don't have any purple eyeshadow palettes, so that's definitely on a wish list for sometime in the future, to get more purple eyeshadow palettes. This is the complete look, guys. I think it's turned out really, really well. I really, really like it. I've really enjoyed using this. I don't know whether I'm going to be using Ocean's Blues tomorrow or my Juvia's Douche palette for the next 3 days. I haven't decided on that yet. But yeah, they are worth the money, and you do get like different colour stories. They've got another 2 that I haven't got in my collection. They've got like a warm toned one and another one, and the colour stories don't appeal to me. I've bought the ones that I feel like most drawn to, and I don't think I'll get them, but I have got 4 out of the 6 eyeshadow palettes. I'd love them because they remind me of the Colourpop ones so much. I'd love them to do one similar to Going Coconuts. Like I said, I'm not normally a cool toned eyeshadow girl normally, but that palette screams Andrea at the moment. I just really, really want to use it. I'd love them to bring something out like that, but I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I've got another 2 that I haven't used, Keep It Fresh and Ocean's Blues. Ocean's Blues is in my weekly shop my stash for this week. Like I said, I don't know what I'm going to be using over the next 3 days. If you want to see one of those palettes over the other, just leave me a comment down below, and I'll be quite happy to film it. Part of me is thinking Juvia's, because I've not used Juvia's in a long time, the Douce. I know I love the Zulu palette, and I've said that in my weekly shop my stash video. I love the Zulu, so I haven't pulled that for this week. I thought I'd pull the Deuce and just test it, because there's a few eyeshadows in there that aren't that great. Somebody told me it sounds like I've got like a dodgy one, not a fake, but the formula is a little bit dodgy, because I think it's called Tarte in the Deuce palette. The duochrome is really nice, and every time somebody else swatches it from their palette, it looks absolutely amazing, but then when I go to put it on my eye, it looks a hot crumbly mess. So I want to test it out, but not necessarily tomorrow. I'm just wondering, you know, what would you prefer to see? The kind of sister palette to this in Ocean's Blue, or the Juvia's palette that I've brought out. So I'd love to know your feedback down below, and obviously I will take that on board, and I'll do 3 days free looks with it. Thank you so much for watching, it means the absolute world to me. Please like, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. If you're not already subscribed, of course, please share and please comment. Your comments mean the absolute world. I love hearing from you guys, and of course talking about makeup, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.